What's up? What's down? Make sure you don't let your girl go around town like these two thoughts right here. You feel me? But without further ado, let's get into this reaction, bro. It's live.
You're ever gonna shoot with another guy? And she was like, oh, I don't know, like probably not.
I didn't fuck chat.
Maybe. So I was so surprised because you guys didn't tell me that she was gonna do the scene. Like I saw it when everyone else did too.
Yeah, it happened like in last minute.
So Adam, let me ask you, what was the deciding factor in your head that convinced you, okay, I'm gonna go ahead with it? I know you had to be probably going back and forth with it in your head, you know?
It just kind of felt like we were probably going to end up doing something with another guy on camera at some point. So it just felt like, well, if we're ever going to do it, we might as well do it while, do it in such a way that's going to get the most attention and do the best.
Aiden's laughing at Adam, bro.
At a certain point, I kind of started looking at it like, okay, this is
Chat,
like
should I ask
something
anything?
we're going to do to basically like see how far we could take her career / like it'll be good for Plug Talk, etc. So I don't know.
Too was that we saw a lot of couples who came on Plug Talk together, and they were so horny for each other, and they were fucking other people and talking about how hot it made them on camera, and they were clearly like just goo goo gaga for it. They were so into it, and I kept looking at Adam like, I feel like that would be us. Like, I feel like that could be us, and I think slowly but surely it became sort of more.
Does her voice annoy y'all like it does me?
Yo, my bad to cut everyone off because I was just trying to ask this question. This is a good question here. Because you guys are all porn stars in here, I want to ask this question. I got like 4 of you guys. Being a porn star, does your body like wear and tear at all? Like, do you feel any tiredness in your vaginas or your penises at all?
Well, sometimes I'll
How was that
nut like
question,
3
Chad?
times in a day, so then my dick will be a little sore. But I mean, you'll get STDs at some point, so there's a little bit for sure. Or just physically, like if she's riding a dick and she's squatting up and down on my dick.
No. Go back. Hold on a second. So all you guys get STDs in here?
Not routinely.
Yeah,
Hold the fuck up. Sky, have you ever in your life ever had an STD?
I have never had an STD. No.
Oh, I was just curious.
She's a lucky one.
It's really like
I'm one of the lucky ones.
Yeah, it's like literally they give you a shot in the ass and they give you an antibiotic for you to take for like 5 days. Like everybody thinks it's like the end of the world to get chlamydia. It's like nothing. Like you can't shoot for like a week or 2, which that sucks. But besides that, it's pretty whatever.
Yeah.
Dredd,
I've managed.
No, go ahead. I was gonna ask about STDs, so go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it happens. It always sucks when it does happen, but I can honestly say that with the measures that it's taken to keep that,
Chad, my heart dropped.
from happening, it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. Testing every 2 weeks. And so I think they do a pretty good job of helping.
It's
to
still
keep
not
shit like that
safe,
from
though.
happening. It's happened to me a few times. It always sucks when it does, but it's not a routine thing, that's for sure.
A few times is crazy. They're still lying.
Nice. Cool.
Me and Lena, every time that I've gotten burned, Lena got burned at the same time. So we're always twinning.
It's like a bonding experience.
It's almost like very passive back and forth to each other.
Fun fact, I've actually never had an STD before. So Sky, we actually are twinning.
Twinning is crazy.
My word.
Dredd's camera's got an STD, clearly.
Hey, that is stupid, bro.
Yeah, no, it's great.
We are.
It's great. So are you guys all like retired now? Like Sky, you don't do any filming, do you anymore?
I don't shoot anymore now.
Dredd, you don't?
I'm still going.
Well, Dredd, when was the last time you filmed?
On a mainstream set, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so there's this girl that Lena has been friends with for years and years, and she was always a cam girl. And I would mention it here and there and be like, Lena, like, are we ever gonna fuck so and so? And she'd be like, no, she's just a cam girl. She doesn't fuck dudes or whatever.
Any more
And
questions,
then
Chad?
all of a sudden the other day, I see her getting dicked down by Dredd, and it blew my mind. Like I'd never seen her with a dick inside her, and then I see her with Dredd's dick inside her. And it blew my mind,
Who?
and it made me thankful that I had his OnlyFans membership, so I could go watch it.
Wait,
Who was it? Who was the girl?
Dredd, who'd you fuck?
It's Ray of Sunshine. I'll shout her out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Good times there. You know, definitely.
Dread is an
I love how
ugly
they
dude.
subscribe to one OnlyFans and it's dress. I love that.
Hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man.
Dread
For
is
the
one
boys.
ugly dude.
No doubt.
The way they
Someone
talking
says,
about
Sky,
him,
would
he's
you ever
packing
fuck
like
Dread?
crazy.
Probably not, right? Is she retired?
I have worked with Dread before, yes.
Oh
I
wow.
beg your pardon?
I have worked with Dread.
When?
I think it was maybe last
He's about to get
summer.
jealous.
Actually, you know what? Last
Jealous
week
bit.
was the 1-year anniversary.
Jealous bit coming in soon.
Of working
You
with
didn't know that?
Nah, I had no idea, man. That's great. That's really fucking good.
Scott, was there
It
any?
was a hot scene. It was a hot scene.
Did it
Yeah.
take you a few days to get back to normal?
I'm gonna be back.
You know what's crazy? I felt completely fine the next day. I've been in more pain from other guys that had like more average size dicks.
Here you go.
So I was very surprised.
My guy knows how to use it.
Bro,
That's
Yeah,
it.
he takes
Lena's-
his time and he makes sure you're very comfortable. So.
Lena's
Thank
listening.
you. Thank you,
Lena's
Mark.
eating this
Appreciate
up.
that.
Do you see the blink? Bro,
One of the most
I gotta-
professional people
I gotta
I
make
ever
this big.
worked
Hold on,
with,
hold
for
on.
sure.
Oh shit.
Probably the most.
That's
Bro,
great.
Yeah.
look at Lena's
awesome.
face,
It's
bro.
really-
Get my
it's dope.
face out
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You guys
there. Look at
talk
her
about
pulling
porn.
her
I'll be back.
hair.
Okay, what are we
Look at her
talking
pulling her
about? What does the
hair.
fucking chat want us to talk about? Ooh, now I'm Aiden Ross. I'm taking over. All right, so first things first, Adam22 and Lena the Plug on Twitter. Follow us so you can know when the tape drops. I'm hyping it up day by day, getting the world hyped
No one
for
cares.
my wife to get boned by a giant dick. Dread, I'm going to ask you something that I was also talking to Jason Love about. Is the term BBC offensive? A lot of people look at this as like fetishization, but to me, porn is something where we are indulging other people's fantasies, right? Like this is like, to me, BBC is just an accurate description of what's going on in the content, right?
I somewhat agree with that. I mean, it doesn't offend me. It's not, how I choose to describe it. But no, but I could see how some people would get offended by it. You know what I mean? But me personally, no. I mean, and I think that a lot of that has to do with all the years when I was in the lifestyle and swinging. That was a term that was thrown around a lot. So, yeah, it doesn't
Chat,
offend me
I
like
Talk
that.
to somebody real quick, chat. My bad.
Okay.
Chad,
Good
y'all
to
hear me?
know,
Yes or
because
no?
I don't want to
What did
offend
Jason
anybody.
say?
Jason basically said that he didn't find it offensive. That he thought he said you look at a school bus, it's yellow, right? Like what's it's the same thing as BBC. It's black, Like I'm like, yeah, that's how I was thinking of it as well.
Wait,
Right,
question for all you porn stars in here. Yo, what's the most disgusting, creepiest, freakiest, craziest scene or anything you guys have seen while shooting porn before?
Oh my god.
Dred, you want to start it off?
Well, I'll go with disgusting. One time, I won't say what set this was on. I'm sure it's happened, other times before. But it was an anal shoot,
Oh no.
and let's just say, girl I was shooting with did not follow the protocols, and
Ew.
it was a fucked up day. I don't want to.
Ew, dude. Shit was
Yeah.
on your dick.
Yep.
I don't want to gross everybody out. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, that's gross.
Dookie
fucked
dick.
up.
He had dookie dick.
He said stick.
That's
blood on
so.
the helmet.
Ew.
Blood?
Okay. Sky, go ahead.
It's crazy.
Honestly, I haven't had anything gross happen to me. I'd say the most insane scene that I've ever done was I worked with this dude that came every single minute. He had to have came like 20 times throughout the scene. I've
that's me,
never seen
chat.
anything
I'm not
like
quick
it in my
chatting to
entire
y'all.
life. And it was, at first I was like, okay, this is kind of hot. Like he's coming so much, but it was to the point where it was so excessive. I had to cut it
It was a
all
joke,
out.
chat.
And it was the most difficult scene I've ever filmed. Like I'm not exaggerating either. Like
Wait.
20.
So the guy nutted
20
literally 20.
times.
The guy nutted 20 times.
It was every single minute.
He was
Is
taking
this
a
like a
pill.
free cum?
He was taking a mess.
No, it was a full-on load every single time. He actually, he does some mainstream stuff. I'm not gonna say who, but yeah.
Wait,
It was
he's
insane.
whoa. He's actually out there. Like people know who he is.
Yeah, like he's like a mainstream porn.
He's on
dude.
medicine.
And was this like an affliction? Like it was just happening to him and he couldn't do anything about it?
He was really embarrassed. But when it kept happening at first, I was flattered by it because I was like, oh, maybe he's just like really like into me or something.
No.
But then it just kind of became a
happens with
nuisance.
everybody.
But I could tell that he was embarrassed, so I didn't act like I was annoyed or anything.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool though, because like I've never had that happen before, and it'll probably
really
never happen again. I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah.
Me and Lena shot a anal threesome in my backyard at one point many years ago. And, you know, this is my wife. I don't want to be too
You've already
graphic.
talked about this a
I
million
know this
times.
is where this is going.
What's the story?
But yeah. Well, there was feces and it wasn't from the dog out all over the yard.
So nasty. Lena, you really shit on his dick? That's insane.
And the other girl shit on his dick. We both shit on his dick.
But it was so
Yo,
crazy because
ew.
it was like two different types of shit where like one girl had like runny diarrhea and one girl had like water with like small chunks of shit in it. And I'm just
Oh my
like
God.
out there in the backyard